I stopped talking about my problems the day I realized nobody stayed. They listened long enough to answer, but never long enough to understand the pain. So I buried every broken feeling beneath the smile I wore each day. The world applauded my resilience, while my hope quietly slipped away. I became a stranger to my own reflection, pretending everything was fine. The hardest part wasn't carrying the burden, it was carrying it all alone. I remember sitting in a crowded church, surrounded by voices singing praise. Hands were lifted all around me, but I was lost inside my own maze. People shook my hand with kindness, asked about my work and my plans. Nobody looked beyond my answers. I noticed the shaking in my hands. Sometimes the loneliest place on earth is standing in a room that's full, because loneliness isn't about being alone, it's about feeling unseen. Nobody asked if I was okay. They believed the version I chose to display. They saw the laughter on my lips, but never the tears I learned to hide away. I wasn't searching for perfect answers, just someone willing to hear me say, I'm not okay. There were prayers I couldn't finish, words that broke before they reached the sky. Some nights all I had was silence and questions asking God why. Yet every morning mercy found me, even when I couldn't feel its touch. Grace carried me through days I thought would finally become too much. The miracle wasn't that life became easy. The miracle was that I kept standing, not by my strength, but by His unfailing hand. Now when someone says I'm doing fine, I hear more than the words they choose. I've learned pain often hides itself behind the smiles people use. So I'll sit a little longer, I'll listen without rushing away. I stopped talking about my problems the day I realized nobody stayed. They listened long enough to answer, but never long enough to understand the pain. So I buried every broken feeling beneath a smile I wore each day. The world applauded my resilience, while my hope quietly slipped away. I became a stranger to my own reflection, pretending everything was fine. The hardest part wasn't carrying the burden, it was carrying it all alone. I remember sitting in a crowded church, surrounded by voices singing praise. Hands were lifted all around me, but I was lost inside my own maze. People shook my hand with kindness, asked about my work and my plans. Nobody looked beyond my answers and noticed the shaking in my hands. Sometimes the loneliest place on earth is standing in a room that's full, because loneliness isn't about being alone, it's about feeling unseen. Nobody asked if I was okay. They believed the version I chose to display. They saw the laughter on my lips, but never the tears I'd learned to hide away. I wasn't searching for perfect answers, just someone willing to hear me say I'm not okay. There were prayers I couldn't finish, words that broke before they reached the sky. Some nights all I had was silence and questions asking God why. Yet every morning mercy found me, even when I couldn't feel its touch. Grace carried me through days I thought would finally become too much. The miracle wasn't that life became easy. The miracle was that I kept standing, not by my strength, but by His unfailing hand. Now when someone says I'm doing fine, I hear more than the words they choose. I've learned pain often hides itself behind the smiles people use. So I'll sit a little longer, I'll listen without rushing away.